took Elon Musk's deepest regret when she said, "Your time is endless, my heart isn't." He always believed time was on his side, not because life was easy, but because his mind lived years ahead of everyone else. While others counted days, he counted decades. While others feared deadlines, he built futures that didn't exist yet. Rockets, cities, energy systems, entire worlds planned, stretchable, obedient. Love, he assumed, would wait. She never complained loudly. That's what made it dangerous. She didn't demand attention. She didn't interrupt meetings. She didn't compete with ambition. She understood the obsession, the sleepless nights, the weight of responsibility that sat on his shoulders like gravity. At first, she admired it. She believed in the mission, maybe even more than he did. She told herself that love meant patience, that building something extraordinary required sacrifice, that one day, when things slowed down, there would be room for them. So she waited, and waiting, done quietly, looks a lot like loyalty. He spoke in promises without dates. After this launch, when things stabilize, soon. Soon became a language of avoidance, dressed as optimism. He didn't ignore her. That's the part people misunderstand. He remembered birthdays, late. He sent messages brief. He listened, distracted. He loved her, postponed. In his mind, love was permanent. In her heart, love was spending. Every day she gave a little more emotional time, assuming the account would never run dry. But emotional time doesn't refill itself. It only depletes. She noticed the small things first. The pauses where conversations used to be. The way silence replaced warmth. The way she began editing her feelings so she wouldn't add pressure to his life. She stopped asking. That was the real beginning of the end. Because when someone stops asking, it doesn't mean they stopped caring. It means they're preparing to survive without you. He mistook her understanding for infinite patience. He thought, she knows who I am. She knows what this costs. But understanding is not consent to emotional neglect. Love doesn't die in explosions. It dies in delays. One night she finally said it, not in anger, not in tears, not even in disappointment, just clarity. Your time is endless, my heart isn't. That sentence landed harder than any failure he'd ever faced, because for the first time, he realized something ambition never taught him. You can miss the most important deadline of your life without ever being late. There was no argument to replay, no betrayal to analyze, no villain to blame, just the unbearable truth that he assumed love would wait forever, and it didn't. Regret didn't arrive dramatically. It arrived quietly, in empty rooms, in achievements that felt hollow, in victories that had no one to turn to, in the realization that he optimized everything except presence. He had conquered time in business, but lost it in love. This regret wasn't about losing her. It was about realizing when he lost her. Long before she left, long before the final conversation, he lost her in every postponed moment, every not now, every distracted reply, every night he chose progress over presence without realizing he was trading something irreplaceable. Some people don't leave because they stop loving you. They leave because they finally love themselves enough to stop waiting. And that's the regret that doesn't heal easily, because success can be rebuilt. Money can be earned again. Failures can be corrected. But emotional time, Once it expires, it's gone forever. This message is for anyone who believes love is patient enough to survive neglect. It isn't. Love needs timing. Love needs priority. Love needs action, not someday. And the deepest regret isn't losing someone. It's realizing too late that they were waiting for you to choose them, and you kept choosing later. But beneath that grief, something else begins to breathe: relief. Because for the first time in a long time, you're not fighting your own awareness. You're not forcing yourself to stay asleep to protect a version of love that keeps you awake. You understand that these nights didn't come to punish you. They came to protect you. They came to stop you from building a future on exhaustion. To remind you that anxiety is not a requirement for loyalty. To show you that love should feel like rest, not tension you learn to tolerate. If you are a future wife or a future version of yourself who deserves peace, remember this: the right love will not steal your sleep. The right commitment will not live only in promises. And the right future will not require you to silence your intuition to survive it. Some nights haunt you forever, not because they broke you, but because they finally told you the truth you were strong enough to hear. And once you hear it, you don't go back to sleep the same way again.